In March, corporations eliminated 60,000 jobs. 1 in 4 of those cuts were linked directly to AI. The tech sector led the purge with 52,000 cuts, while transportation saw layoffs spike 700%. Companies are systematically taking the budgets previously used to pay human salaries and redirecting them to fund AI implementation. This animated diagram shows exactly what leadership sees. Watch the labor costs drop rapidly on the left, while the stock price on the right climbs. The corporate ledger records this action strictly as cost savings, productivity gains, and shareholder returns. These metrics are accurate, but they are also incomplete. The ledger provides a clear view of internal efficiency, but it lacks a column for the external market health that these internal savings eventually depend on. Automating the workforce creates an immediate boost in profit margins. However, financial ledgers fail to measure the long-term stability of the consumer base once the primary source of household income, the workforce, begins to shrink. A massive enterprise cannot exist in a vacuum. To compete and survive, it requires a growing economy populated by consumers with disposable income to purchase goods and services. When Oracle reduces its workforce by 30,000, it removes millions in disposable income from the broader economy. Those engineers may not have been direct buyers of database software, but they were the buyers of the products and services sold by Oracle's own corporate clients. This diagram outlines how the loop closes. When tech giants cut jobs, the salary line connecting enterprise to household is severed. Without that income, the household's ability to participate in the market evaporates. This affects everything from ad clicks to retail spending. These enterprises have relied for decades on hidden market resiliency, a buffer of household savings, local community networks, and unpaid care work that provides the stability necessary for a market to function. This resiliency is not an infinite resource. If the act of cutting costs removes the purchasing power of the market, the enterprise is effectively hollowing out the foundation it stands on. Standard ledgers miss the human ledger. Laying off a worker, your consumer, cuts 2.7 years of life. Caregivers, your users, drop 1.8. Households losing stability drop 3.2. Communities losing tax bases drop 4.1. AI engineers lose 2.5 years, impacting future innovation. Corporations have treated this human resilience as a free and inexhaustible resource. By hollowing it out, they are creating a structural deficit that no efficiency metric can fix. Startups and smaller entities are often leaner and closer to their customers, which gives them a degree of agility. Massive legacy enterprises, however, are deeply integrated into the existing economic core. Because these heavy enterprises depend entirely on a stable, resilient market to maintain their scale, they are the most vulnerable to this hollowing effect. When the core of the market weakens, the largest structures are the first to feel the ground give way. The sovereignty frame provides an alternative. It is an operational framework that allows leadership to see the systemic costs AI ignores, moving beyond simple headcount reduction toward a more sustainable growth model. Scale is no longer an automatic defense. If a company's strategy involves destroying its own consumer foundation, its massive size only serves to accelerate its decline. The economic stakes are vast. We currently pay a $7 trillion annual fragmentation tax, the cost of inefficiency when corporate systems are disconnected from human reality. By contrast, there is $590 trillion in trapped global value waiting to be accessed. Recovering this value is a matter of precision. For every $1 invested in closing the gap between the ledger and the human layer, $36 of that trapped value is unlocked. This ratio is the direct result of removing the friction and waste caused by the fragmentation tax. This requires a shift in how companies view their workforce. Instead of viewing employees strictly as costs to be cut, winners in the AI era will witness the broader value those workers carry throughout the economic ecosystem. The ultimate victors will not be the companies that automate the fastest. They will be the ones who recognize that the economic circuit only functions when they treat their workforce and their customers as the same people.